check this out, boys. You couldn't break this rope if you had two trucks tugging at each other at the same time. I haven't tested it, but you know, it's made from one plant, one specific plant, and it's one of the strongest fibers in the world. I'll teach you how to make it right now. All right, boys. This is yucca. It's found natively in parts of Northern America and Central America. Since it's such an adorable little plant, it's been planted worldwide, meaning you can find it pretty much everywhere in the world, I think. Now, what makes it special is the fibers on these leaves. This right here, you'll cut yourself on the edges. Not only that, but you can't rip it, bro. It is one of the strongest leaves I've ever felt in my life. And I have felt a lot of leaves. Meaning, it's really, really good for cordage, especially cordage that you don't want breaking, like bowstrings and even like chain ball, what's it called? Ball chain. That chain ball from Mario, that's yucca right there. So you know what time it is, boys. We're gonna have to go into the kitchen. Guess what we're doing. Welcome back, boys, to Cooking with Depo, old time favorite of the channel, am I right? So I got my yucca leaves over here. As you can tell, I got like 5, right? 4 of these are pretty good quality, nice and green and smooth all the way, right? Like they might be a little bit dusty, but what do you expect, bro? They're plants. This 5th one though, you probably don't want to use anything like this with the rotted inside part, except there's like half of it that is still usable. So, okay, maybe a little bit less than half now that I think about it. But so there are multiple processes you can use to turn these leaves into a bunch of rope. You got retting, all right? Retting is when you leave it in water for like 2 weeks. You soak it up. This will rot away the flesh, leaving mostly just the fibers, which you can just separate with your hands. And that is fucking chat, boys. I don't want to do that. So you can ret it, or you can just do it raw. Like separate the fibers from the leaves with your bare hands. Now to do that, you just boom, bash the shit out of it, peel it off, scrape it off with your nails. That is such a sack, boys. I have tried that too, and it barely works. You have to be pretty Native American to be able to do this. Now, boys, this is the part of the video where I pretend I didn't steal this process step by step off a guy from YouTube Shorts. Pretty much, what we need is 1 pot and 1 stove. So what we're doing is we're boiling these leaves. All right, this is how we're gonna leave it. It's very, yep. See, it's nice and brown. This means we're ready. Now you chew. No, do not chew them. I saw the guy on YouTube Shorts do it, so I figured I could do it too, and I did. But raw yucca leaves contain cyanogenic glycosides. Now, I'm not too sure what that is, but they trigger the release of hydrogen cyanide. So the side effects of chewing them are nausea and vomiting. But when you boil them, they do lose a lot of these chemicals. All right, calm. But you'll still get these side effects if you're gonna boil them and chew them in large quantity. Fuck! And if you're still not convinced, here is my reaction to chewing these leaves. Bro, holy shit, hold on. Fuck, I want something. It tastes like a really, really sour fruit roll-up. Okay, apparently, yucca is edible, but only some parts of the flower stalks, the leaves, and the flowers. Oh, wait, no, not the leaves, which is what is in my mouth right now. So that's cool. There is a much better way to do this though, boys. First, you boil them for 30 minutes instead of 15 minutes and then place them against a hard surface like a piece of wood, for example. Then you scrape them with a rigid object, not too sharp, but something like the backside of a knife will do. Then you scrape some cheeky little gaps in the flesh. Little gaps like this. This will make it so much easier to pull off with your hands. Fuck, okay. I'm actually pissed off, bro. This was perfect, and then I fucked it. And it's this that happens when you scrape too hard, so be careful, boys. Rope making really is a skill that you gotta learn with time. And it's a skill that we are learning together, you and me. Then you just rub one out. Rub the flesh. Rub out the flesh. Rub the flesh out with your hands. It should look like this by the end. Now you braid them, okay? Now, if only someone made a video on how to braid cordage. I'll run it again though. So essentially you twist the strands from opposite sides until you form a kink. And then you continue twisting as you braid it. And then when you run out of one strand, grab this strand right here. Find a little overlapping section here and twist. It's all the same, not even a different rope. What are you talking about, bro? The other strand won't even notice it, bro. Noticing will not continue, all right? And then you're stuck with like 2 strands, right?
And to be honest, boys, I think this is like compromises the structure of the rope. So we're just gonna eject this one and just keep going with the new strand.
And there's your rope, boys. I'm so proud of you. Now subscribe to the channel right now.